Hey traders, welcome to the stream. Wednesday stream, kind of recovery stream for me since yesterday got me wrecked and all the NFTs sold, which was unreal. Can't even believe it still. So thank y'all for that support. It's incredible. It's amazing. Much love. All right, so nothing's really happened in 24 hours at all, except maybe a couple back tests in the past, the past two candles you had. Now you're just selling off a little bit, but still what was significant was you have like a real breakout of a supply line and the back test. But you still haven't broken that previous high from December 16th. You got to do that eventually. At resistance points, horizontal resistance points, that's where sometimes there is supply. That's where sellers are. Certainly looks like that was kind of the case. Not much selling pressures come in, but that is where the price has stalled for now. You could always come back to test 48,174, 47.5. Those are those levels that go all the way back to April. Or things could remain bearish and we dump bad. But, there's a little bit of optimism when you get back above support resistances, when you recapture at least your local low, when you stall out on selling, you show divergence. Those are good signs. And I think you're in really good shape until you fall really below 47.5. That means really you're in decent shape until you fall below the previous discernible swing low, 45.985, 46K. So, all right. And the good news is, altcoins have been decimated, obliterated, dilapidated, emaciated almost, because they've just lost so much value. But they've done like full resets, a lot of them in their own uptrends. And what do we talk about? What's a full reset in an uptrend? When an asset has a discernible swing low, it has a huge run, creates an M shape, and then loses about 88% to 100% of its value from that previous discernible swing low to the next high, to that buying climax high. So they're down back at perceived value areas, still making higher lows, a lot of them. Not all of them, believe me, not all of them at all. But some are, and it's kind of not exciting because you're not supposed to be having too much emotions in trading, but it is intriguing. Looks tasty. So I guess we'll look at those where we know none of it will matter if Bitcoin really rolls over, if the trend stays bearish or whatever. You go down to 43K, they're all these ideas, all these good looking structures at good areas are just going to get invalidated, violated, whatever. But for now, things are kind of interesting. So we're going to take a look at those across the markets, man. What? The mic volume's low? Really? Dang, how is that possible, man? Like, how is that even real life? I haven't adjusted anything. Is it better now when I'm closer to the mic? I'm fine. Haha. I just made you all get hype in the chat. Just by asking about auditory levels. Makes you hype. Excellent. So that's it, man. That's your Bitcoin. We can go to the daily. Yep, got them. Here's the daily. Even on the daily, you broke the supply line. You're trying to back test it as support for now. That's a really good candle. And a candle like this, I love it, man. This could be 3-bar play stuff. You get some follow through off. Say we close in 49 minutes like this. We just get some follow through. It will be 3-bar play stuff. All right, and you're above the 200-day moving average. I love that. The positive momentum's building. Your RSI is neutral, and you're above this level that you needed to stay above. So there's nothing wrong with coming to 48.174 to test it. Whatever, you're not. Things are good right now. So I think that speaks really well for altcoins we just talked about. So good news. Daily's pretty good. Daily's all right. And there was that way that we said someone could perceive this as a form of divergence where you make a low, then a lower low with lower levels of negative momentum, seller exhaustion. It seems like it could be playing out. Probably need a lot more price action than this on the daily. And I would think that if it really was going to play out, then you'd be going to test 52.6, 53K, which is a huge area. Really important. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum, really good. Look, dude, anything above 39.53, extremely important. That candle high close from September 5th, excuse me. Very real. There's just so much evidence that is the area where that was the high. It was a high again in October, support in October multiple times, support in November, and now you're back above it after being below it for so long, and there was that undeniable bullish divergence, way better looking than Bitcoin because you had that separation of the histogram islands. And look here, chat, someone get the Michael Scott gif out. Oh my god, it's happening. It has just begun to build. You can't have huge islands like this, chat, without that first, right? Look back here. It's crazy. All this divergence, triple divergence back in July. Well, that one day, July 22nd, that's how it started, and look what happened after. I'm just saying, man, this took you to literally all-time highs. Eventually, I think it was on this over here, but nice rally. So I'm just pointing it out. Yeah, it hasn't felt good for a while, but these are the times to be paying attention because things are starting to change. It's been long and grinding since November, 6 weeks plus. And here it is on the 4 hour. It broke its own supply line before Bitcoin. Has spent, a couple 4 hour candles today trying to backtest not just the supply line as support, but also the horizontal line as support. Confluence right there. Very nice. But, it's probably being dictated by Bitcoin's price action. So wherever Bitcoin goes, Ethereum's going too. And where Bitcoin dominance is and Ethereum dominance is, it leads you to believe that maybe Bitcoin could start outperforming Ethereum for at least a little while. Because, Ethereum dominance has been rolling insanely for a long time, and has just showed a little weakness with a lower high than the previous high, where Bitcoin's at this crazy inflection point, bottom of a range. So normally at the bottom of the range, reversals happen on that one historically. So maybe it happens again. Yeah, we got 46 minutes till a close, and all is okay for now, but you really do want to start making higher highs than your previous highs. You're just making some higher lows, which is good, but in downtrends, you do get forms of accumulation all the time. It doesn't mean the short-term downtrend's reversed yet. You got some more work to do, I think. I really want to see this asset get above 4,100, 4,200, but really, more than anything, 4,384, the old all-time high from May 12th, all right? Really want to see that. We don't have it yet, so don't get cocky, kid. A lot of things have to happen. And so if Bitcoin's pivoting, unable to break the previous high for real and selling off, then you're just looking for a common retrace that would take you to 47.5 or 48.1, and neither of those would be weird at all. If anything, you almost have some sort of shark behavior into 5.0, but not really. Like a 50% drawdown from the previous low to this new high you put in wouldn't be weird. You pivot there and you rally to make higher highs again. ETHS, saw the stream yesterday, tuning in daily from here on out. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate the support, man. So has anyone else found me recently? Am I new in your life? Let me know if I am. Okay, so that's Ethereum, that's Bitcoin. Let's go to Cardano. That is up almost 5%, as we talked about. Yes, you see these, potential bearish, inherently bearish consolidation structures, but the context was everything here, and this is why we said you cannot be bearish on you can't be taking action on a short or something, because just the context is the asset did the full reset in the uptrend, which is the 88% drawdown, or the retrace anyway. It's just the limited downside potential on this, and lo and behold, it broke upward anyway. And if Bitcoin, holds on and just keeps doing what it's been doing the past day or two, you'll probably be seeing 150 just to go test the high from February 27th and countless other times throughout the year. You'll regard it as resistance. Whether you break it at that point, I don't know. That could certainly be exactly where it reverses to the downside, depending on what Bitcoin does. But, and oh, at the same time, that's exactly where the 200 simple moving average is. This confluent right there. So if you break that, I think there's a really good chance you see 184 really fast. So there could be a lot of upside on Cardano if it just breaches its next respected resistance. Okay, so not really that weird at all, you know, not weird. You had too much time. If you wanted to short something, take bearish, action on something, you missed it. So just because this develops doesn't mean it's going to dump. They can break upward too. Bukowski's done research on these patterns too, and it's really just not as crazy as you think. I mean, sometimes depending on the trend, there's only 60% chance of it playing out and hitting those measured moves and stuff. So that means there's a large percentage chance, even though it's not the majority percentage chance, it is a very large percentage chance that it would go the other way. Like we see ascending triangles that develop and, they break down. They don't always break up. So that's what the game is, though. That's what we do. It's all about probabilities, not certainties. But you know that if you researched, if you learned. And a lot of people that are new to this world have misconceptions to think that, oh, it's a bearish pattern because, it's, got a majority percentage chance of playing out that way. But then there's the other percentage chance that it won't play out that way. So it's not about certainties. So especially when you know how to understand what value is. This was at value areas, despite if you wanted to play it or not. I think there were better assets to long than Cardano based on its very poor performance comparative to a lot of others. Anyway, that's your Cardano. Much better asset that's a high market cap is Binance Coin. And yeah, you're pulling back with Bitcoin, with Ethereum. It's going to happen. It's not going to take off if Bitcoin doesn't. Bitcoin owns all these coins for the most part. And as long as you stay above $500, I think you're safe. I think you're in good shape for $600. But, there's this pesky 545 local high that has been regarded before as support and resistance. Hopefully what happens, Bitcoin's going to pull back if it's going to for real. 48.1, 47.6, 47.5. Okay, you sell off there. This thing sells off and hopefully maybe can make a higher low than the previous low from a couple days ago. And then all of a sudden, it's like classic accumulation at the pattern completion zone of a bullish harmonic. Maybe you get some more convergence or something, and then it rolls from there to $600 being the target. Why look left? April levels. So but that's kind of it, man. That's still good, still okay, even though it's not moon today. It's at 1.3%. All right, just following the macros. All right, okay, so that's the big four-ish, I guess. Let us take a gander at something that looks absolutely divine locally, kind of. And I think
I like turtles.
We like totals that may be Adam and Eve potential double bottom, right? It is not a confirmed double bottom until the neckline of the potential structure is breached, which is at $2.41 trillion, right? Yeah, it's really more visible on the 4 hour than the daily is the Adam and then the Eve. Right on cue while I'm streaming. Just hold on, dude. Dude, are you kidding me? I think they're just trolling every day.
Oof, is it about to do things? Happy Christmas, Merry New Year.
I don't even know what that is, but we'll look at it. Donald Ducks. Trump. Thank you, dude. For the 50, man. Thanks, man. Alright, back to total that has hit. What? This is visible on the daily. It doesn't exist on the 4 hour. It's weird because it's, you know, I guess it's just an aggregate of all these cryptos, so it's whacked out. If I go to the daily, you can clearly see the wick high from April. Alright, so that's what you've just tested. For the first time since the 12th of December, and look at that, December 5th. This is a very real level. Like, you can't even argue because of how well it's been respected, right? Not just as the resistance initially for the first time ever, but also it was a support before it rallied hardcore to 3 trillion. And then it's been a support, resistance, resistance, and resistance again, man. Holy crap. So yeah, it's pulling back, and as long as it makes a higher low than 2.13 trillion, where, you know, hopefully it doesn't fall below 2.21 trillion, maybe it sells off to back test that as support for rallying higher, you're good, you're okay. So I mean, you're eventually gonna have to test this supply line that goes all the way back to that November 10th all-time high. That's gonna be pretty close to the 200 simple moving average here. And yeah, I think you have a lot of work to do, but you can clearly see that momentum has been shifting, at least for a minute, at least since about a week ago when we put in that first little local higher low. Not bad. So here you go, chat. The S&P 500, what was once a resistance, is support. You filled the gap, and you're on to 47.17. You might be there by tomorrow. Chat, why is my Loopring alert going off? What's going on? We're just gonna have to go to that real quick. Oh, yikes. Big yikes. Why'd that alert go off? Oh yeah, it was to see if we could backtest the spring. If we could come down and backtest 216 as support, we could be in really good shape here for a long. Krebs, we'll look at it. Thanks to 23 super chat. Thank you for supporting Google and the government.
$23. Praise be to our God Theta. Give it a quick look. Thanks.
What's up, Sweet Pete? Thanks to 23 repeating, of course. Well, it's not as good as this, but it's okay.
32.33 repeating, of course.
So yeah, I mean, that was kind of the idea. This one, you know, it broke back above a zone of inflection. It has been unable to really breach the top of the zone, and it's selling off with Bitcoin. And if it could come and test 216 and hold, it could be a brilliant opportunity for long. But at the same time, I'm really not going to be that scared if it breaches that and sells off to anywhere between 189 and 216, because then you could get that type 2 return that could be genius. Oh my God. That would be the dream. That would be like Merry Christmas Loopring opportunity for max attendees. But yeah, if it's so superior and so strong, market participants wouldn't let it fall below this ice line back from November 19th, 18th. So just schools of thought here on Loopring. I think opportunity could be emerging if we get a little bit more drawdown on it. All right, incredible reaction off the pattern completion zone of the bullish cipher, not shark, the cipher, because it reacted at the 78% retrace, not the 88% retrace. And as you can see, where the traders settled up December 4th, that was it. It was a spring back test of spring, kind of. Not really. It was just, dang, man, it's just such a real. This is why candle low closes are so important. If you just regard wicks, you're not going to be able to identify this stuff. I mean, this is all the time. Why I try to teach in here, why I always plot these, because look at that price action correlation to the candle close, not the wick. Forget the wick.
The super chat batter SMDH. Always donated this way, sorry.
Well, if you, I mean, this is just reality. This is not me complaining. This is literally just real. I get taxed the highest tax bracket, so 37% of anything I make goes to the government, and then YouTube takes 30% of all super chats. So at the end of the day, I get the minority of the money. Do the math on it. So if you tip me via crypto or stream elements, then it's way better because I get most of it, at least the majority of it. Crypto is the absolute best because I don't pay taxes on it because I don't sell my crypto, and it is not a taxable event to receive crypto. So it is taxable event when you sell it or convert it to another crypto. So I mean, like, if you want me to get 100% of it, government and Google gets none of it, you just tip me crypto, which is in the description below. Just saying, man, you asked. You asked. Okay, so again, description below. There's one up coin. That's the way to tip me in crypto, and it shows up on stream, man. You know. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, I'm just loopring one off. Let's go back to the S&P real quick, and then we're gonna go on Dow Jones. Keep it rolling. Yeah, so it's insane, right? I mean, isn't this what happens, Larry? You resolve that harmonic, what a reaction! But dude, it was really this. This is true traditional technical analysis. When old resistances get regarded as support, I think you fell below it. You sprung. You back tested the spring. Bullish harami identified, and it's been nothing but number go up since then. So really, really good. And this could be, you could be on the way to new all-time highs. It is too powerful. They're not going to let this thing roll over because everything unravels if they do. Everything. Good for retirement accounts, right? And Dow Jones, there you go, man. Continuing to climb. It's definitely looking like something where I could say that a new wave structure developing, maybe. I really love the fact that, we talked about, hey, 35 1 year above it, good stuff. Very good. That's been that range. But now you're back above that old all-time high from August 16th, and there's just not much till probably all-time highs. And I'm talking about strong wave structure. You could think about it. That's a deep retrace, right? Anytime you make a deep retrace in an uptrend, you make the X, the A, the B, and then the higher low, substantially higher low. I mean, that is the only harmonic it could ever turn into.
No tax here. Enjoy your gains. Also, so you say no tax on receiving crypto. So what if you move to USDT?
That's taxable event. That's taxable event. That's stable coins, different category. You would get taxed on that. So on this 80, let's see, 84. So it's like the butterfly, a minimum target. Even if you're trying to entertain the idea of a 786 minimum target, 37,267 on the Dow Jones.
Traded 40% of overall market cap today, 4 hours and daily looking like it's cleaned out week longs.
Yeah, I looked at Ocean. Someone said something about it, and I just looked at it. It really doesn't look that great. It made this huge rally, really large pump, and it's not really that. I mean, we're looking for like big reasons for major reversals, like the higher lows.
Check out Adam, looking good. 0.006000000 ETH.
There you go, Luke, man. Thank you for the tax-free. Well, it's not tax-free but I'm not going to sell it, so there is no taxes, and Google gets no cut of that. I get all $23.94. Thank you, dude. Much love. And maybe, just maybe, it appreciates in value because it's tied to not the US dollar, but an appreciating asset over time, which Ethereum is wonderful, right? It's crazy. It's the new paradigm, the new world we live in. All right, so this could be in development, man. It's when you identify strength, right? Strength is when you have an X and A, and then you have a deep retrace, 78 to 88% retrace. Then you sell off and make a substantially higher low. That's it. That's the strong potential wave structure, and you're on the way to maybe running up to complete C to D, which I think minimum 37,283. Let's see what happens. All right, Dow Jones, really, really strong. Everything's recovering. Amazing. Gotta love it, man. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have a breakout on the NASDAQ composite supply line. Breached. It's the dragon breakout. Also breaching previous all-time highs from September 7th. Wonderful news. And in this situation, we had plotted this yesterday, but if you want me to show you again, the dragons, the premature harmonics, the X, the A, the B, the C, And that, well, really, this isn't. I mean, I guess the 886 is going to be your shark. It would be a shark in this situation, which lines up perfect. Wow, man. Wow, right? 886 happens to be confluent with the previous all-time high from November 5th. X marks the spot. You just can't be surprised if eventually it makes its way up there and then completes the harmonic, and then it reacts, sells off, maybe 50% drawdown, then we get a bullish 5-0, and then it goes again to all-time highs. Or breaches it because it's just too strong, right? But we have a development occurring, a confirmed 4-hour breakout of the dragon on the NASDAQ composite. Let's go, tech. Beautiful. Russell 2000, it was also painting its own dragon pattern. It's the dragon breakout. Let's go, dude. Let's freaking go. Same thing, 2318, 2361. I think there's a gap fill. There is a gap fill from November 24th that lines up very, close to the top of this range it's been confined in for an entire year, pretty much. I think that's the target no matter what. But yeah, we can talk about the deeper retraces, the X, the A, the B, the C, the D, the 886. Probably going to be up here at $2,400 eventually. But you can't ignore very critical resistance points looking left, so we're going to regard that, and that's your first target, is the gap fill. I think at 2330 eventually, if this is going to play out. Divergence definitely occurred on the lower low and the breakout now, so things are happening, things are shifting. You got to be paying attention. All right, there are your 4 index funds. All right. Let's look at gold that had a rally today. Let's go gold. Nice. Hey, holding, right? What was once resistance is now pretty much support. Hidden bullish divergence. Yes. Almost. I mean, it really is. That is class B. No, class C. Hidden bullish divergence, where you make a higher low on price and then the same levels of negative momentum, stagnation in momentum. It's your weakest form of divergence, but it's hidden bullish divergence nevertheless, barely. So you held it. I mean, you're thinking they're definitely undeniable resistance at $1,800. Like, yeah, like too many times it's been a major reversal area. So you have to think at least it's going to go test that one more time. But if it breaks it this time after making this higher low, I'll see you at 1833. That's the target. But you do have to break. I'm sorry. You do have to break like 1809. And then you'll be to 1833. And then after that, that's when things start getting a lot easier, right? That's where you start running out of major resistance points. So yeah, the accumulation continues. The breakout of the double bottom. This gray zone here is not a joke. This is like your inflection zone back from 2011, 2012. That's what's here. It's like, what is that? That's what it is. And it's testing that as support and now separating from it. It's really good. Positive Momo building. You're sitting at 62 on the RSI in the 4 hour. Not overbought, not exhausted. There could be more upside on gold. And, if you can believe it on gold, you could certainly believe it on silver. That, yes, silver on its way to $22.91, $23. That's a historical support resistance, I believe. Oh yeah, no, it's something really important. Yeah, you go back to October 2013 and then April 2013, and then you go back to October 2010, and you could see straight up, straight down, straight up. I mean, you could, if you break 2305, you could be seeing almost $25 very fast. So yeah, this is what dreams are made of, right? It's at the bottom of a range that extends back to August of last year. The bottom. It's the bottom. You broke a supply line, and then you painted the M shape with all the bullish divergence. Beautiful. NFT, if it plays out and goes to the top of the range, for sure, man. It's beautiful. This is what traditional technical analysis is all about. Gotta love it, man. Wow, I do. I know some of you do too. So we're just looking at the metals, man, that looking solid. Let's look at U.S. oil that we've been paying attention to because it's been looking really good. Really good. Chat. Here it is. we have a drag and breakout. All right, on your way to $75 to $78. It's just a zone that's historical. It's a very big deal. If you ever break it, huge upside. All right, talking about highs that go back to 2018 a couple times. I think it goes back further. It does. Look, go back to 2012, chat. Go back to frickin' 2011. Look, historical support resistance. Amen. But yeah, within your uptrend, you got near the oversold point of that trend. You confirmed a bottom substantially higher low. So much accumulation on U.S. oil. Makes sense, right? And the target, you just think about it like bat stuff, right? Like bullish bat behavior. We're just talking about the higher low. And then the 886, because we know the B is 50%. The 886 is the pattern completion zone. That is 8264. That's probably where you're headed in time if it's going to be completely resolved, right? Where the wave structure, you're now potentially on the last wave. Now just remember, I mean, just because I'm plotting this doesn't mean this asset can't sell off, make another higher low, go up and down. But eventually, and it could take weeks, it could get there, but there's going to be ebbs and flows in between, all right? So this very bullish asset class right now. And all these oil names look pretty good too, I think. On the chart, they're starting to look okay. So, big development. We have a supply line breakout, it seems, on U.S. oil in a long-term uptrend. And you can see what's happened every time we've breached supply lines. Here's another one, just so you know, just so you can visualize what happens, at least on this chart, when you break these supply lines. They get very well developed. Major markups. You could be doing it again. It's a good start, right? Yeah. So just across the markets, man. Crypto, stocks, commodities. Let's do it, man. All right. Rising 3 methods on gold on the daily, is it? We must take a look at that. Really? Hold on. Oh my God, he's right. Kind of. I mean, yeah, it's real. That's confirmed too, chat. We have a confirmed rising 3 methods, 5 Japanese candlestick bullish continuation pattern going on gold above a critical level that goes all the way back to 2011, 2012. I could definitely see this playing out. The way the daily looks, the positive momentum is building. You're neutral on the RSI. So much upside potential. If gold market participants wanted to push this higher, it wouldn't be weird at all. Wow. Chat. Bruh. There you go, man. And nice eye, nerd herd, on that, identifying that. And what else to boot, chat? We're right back above the 200-day simple moving average after showing these higher lows. It's very good. But we knew that. Gold looks pretty good, man. Like on the weekly, it's just like it takes forever, man. 84 years.
TGGI consolidating but hasn't breached 0.023 lately. Thanks.
Thank you, C Investor 22, man. Yeah, we'll look at that again. I know you love that asset. Yeah, we'll look. Okay. So how is it a confirmed rising 3 methods? This candle engulfed the previous 3 and closed higher than the first candle. That's what you wanted to see. Now my volume's off. Let me see if the volume signature is good. Volume signature is okay. Preferably, the first 4 volume candles were good, but it is discussed in Bulkowski's research that the strongest rising 3 methods is when the 5th candle has higher volume than the 3 within. That didn't happen. But let's see what occurs, man. Let's see if the TA is respected here, all right? Beautiful structure, very rare, and I can't even believe I'm seeing it on gold. Wow. All right. So I guess it is time for some requests, man, as Total cannot breach its peak from April, as it couldn't in December. Earlier in December, it couldn't really in early December, like multiple times, as it did hold support in October before going insane. So you do really need to break this area, but just think about it, right? Like, is it really a big deal if we get another higher low? I mean, no, it'd probably look really nice. It would just look prettier. Yeah, you pull back some, not even a big deal, man. Even with Bitcoin, Bitcoin's not in trouble until it gets a candle close below 46K. You're way off that, man. So, pump it, golds. Pump it, crypto. First request of the day.
Great community, thanks.
What's up, Echo Leaf? Thanks so much, man, for the 5. Thank you, dude. Just want to make sure I'm good. Really, I was joking about hyping the chat earlier, but like decibel levels between the audio, the music, and my voice, we're okay. I don't want the stream to be ruined. Thanks. We're okay. All right. So, you know, I really don't like the distribution going on. It's just incessant lower highs. But at the same time, you can certainly say that there is a formal harmonic. To me, it looks like a Gartley. The X, the A, the B, the C, the D. It's a Bartley. Yep. How many times do you see the Bartley, man? An M shape like that, you know, and then from the low to the lower low, here it is. I mean, some form, right? Whichever one. I mean, that's diverging some. Now you can go lower and get some triple divergence, but you're getting closer to neutral again.
Captain Hindsight tipped $27.48. Hi Mitch, can we take a look at Next Gen Energy Limited, NXE, please? Thanks. 0.00690000 ETH.
Captain Hindsight, thanks so much for the 2748 of crypto. I get 100% of that. Thank you so much, dude. Much love. Very thoughtful. So I think you're catching a reaction at an 88% retrace of the M shape. And you just think that, I don't know, if it's gonna play out, 1341 or 1511 would be your targets up there. Could always rally and then sell off and make a type 2 return, which happens commonly. I like it. I mean, I don't like the lower highs, but I do in fact love that you had the low here, you had the rally, you had the sell off, you rallied, and then you made another higher low. So it's mainly more so like contraction than it is. So you have distribution, but at the same time you also have accumulation signature. So more neutral than just bearish straight up. And I like the M shape, and I like how it started, and I like how you were unable October 12th to fall lower than that high from July. So very good. So maybe 4 hour could be, this is uranium. Uranium. Ooh, you might be getting a 4 hour type 2 return already. Very sneaky here. You got the 1, and it's so strong. It's so strong that it's making a higher low here. And if this is playing out, you are. I mean, your target is 1255 and 1341, the tops of the harmonic. That's where you're headed, okay? So either way, whether it comes down one more time to test, if this is going to play out, you're going this way next, okay? It's really nice, actually, uranium.
Via Binance, but not an option. Is it possible to add that platform as a purchase avenue?
I don't think that's possible, C Investor. It's really simple, man. I mean, you should just have a MetaMask wallet with Ethereum in it. And then you can do whatever you want, man, on all these platforms. Ethereum's like a universal currency for NFTs. So I don't know, but you need to have a MetaMask if you want to purchase these. So don't worry though. We have 2 new NFTs coming out soon. One's going to be just the seasonal New Year's NFT. I guess I might post it earlier rather than later, just because, my God, man, like, I figured that the Christmas NFTs would be like, oh, they're still for sale still. I mean, they are for sale by people that bought them. I mean, 12 of 12 sold out yesterday on the 21st. Thought it would be like, oh, I might have to burn some on the 26th, but nope. So it's just kind of like, All right. But anyway, they'll be available, so maybe get your ducks in a row there.
$23.85. Quit with the boomer charts. Let's look at Atom.
Bro, look at this chart. This is...
ETH.
I don't know about uranium, man. I mean, I get it. Could call it boomer, but uranium, dude, this is solid price action here, man. This is what dreams could be made of, so... You know, the upside's not going to be like crypto, but you could see another 23% upside on uranium or whatever this chart is. Physical uranium, my God. Uranium. Why is it saying I've misspelled it? I have not misspelled uranium, and it's saying I have. I'm getting gaslit by Discord. It happens sometimes where it'll bug out, and everything you type will say it's misspelled. Oh, now it's unmisspelled. There you go. Perfect. All right. Good stuff. This is almost actionable for a long. Almost actionable for a long, dude. It's really solid right here. Okay. Great request. Regardless of anything. FTM. I was talking to an old friend about this just moments ago. Everything you could dream of on this asset. You know, it lost so much of its value. It lost 88% of its value from its previous discernible swing low from September 21st. From the low to high, 88% drawdown. That's okay. That's exactly where you want to take action on long. You got an unbelievable reaction, right? Bot setup, limit buys, just right there. When Bitcoin crashed, just had it. Okay, did the same thing Bitcoin did literally. This is the Bitcoin chart. Okay, from this low to this low, it's the same thing. They have followed each other almost identically, and I'm talking to the percentage point identical. All right, twin brothers. This one's just worth $1.59. Bitcoin's worth 48,687. So anyway, you got your reaction. It looks like you're getting your reversal. It happens to be like you can identify a momentum shifting structure, what I think is confirmed inverse head and shoulders. In the downtrend, you broke the heart line, just like Bitcoin did of its own downtrend. And I think you got a little bit more upside to at least go test the 200 moving average and the supply line of the very well established downtrend. I mean, you're talking 176, but beautiful. I mean, you could also say forget the momentum shifting structure, even though it's real and undeniable, and there was even some hidden bullish divergence on that higher low. You could say double bottom. Fine. I think your double bottom, though, neckline might be like 172-ish. But either way, I think like you've got some adversity ahead of you. You got the supply line, the 200 moving average, and then you got to break 187, 194. You break that, though, you're going nuts. You're going to 245. You're going to continue your prevailing long-term uptrend. No one can argue with the long-term uptrend that has been established on FTM for like over a year or whatever. So this is what full resets look like in long-term uptrends. You go through short-term, mid-term downtrends, and then you hit deep value perceived areas. That is where, hey, there's an 88% sale on FTM from its previous low. Hey, I like that. That's where I want to buy this long-term uptrend. Okay, well, it looks like you've certainly reacted there. Market participants may be starting to make up their mind that is the area where the next bottom will be before, again, all right? Beautiful on FTM, man. Gotta love it. Are we cool? Next, that was for Krebs. Next one was for Sweet Pete. That Theta has hit a very critical area. It's double bottoming at this critical area. You gotta love it, man. You got to love where it is. All right. Hold on.
Hey Mitch, can we check out SKL on the Binance chart? Thanks.
Monochrome Memoirs. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll look at it. Thanks. So yeah, major area of inflection where major reversals have occurred a multitude of times, and it could happen again, where if it does reverse here, then you're headed to 580, 626. From there, I don't really know. And if you ever broke that, you're going to 844. So this is definitely an area where it's low risk. Look, we never know if an asset's going to hold a support and rally substantially off of it. All we can do is look left and see, how did the price action correlate to that level before? Well, thank you, dude. Well, the first time in history it broke that level, we didn't really know about it. March, it went insane. Look what happened in May. Straight down, straight up. Look. Straight down, straight up in July. And here we are again at this same level, and sellers have done everything they possibly could to breach this level and dump to much lower levels, because this is a cliff. You break this, you're going much lower. But with all they're selling, they could not muster enough supply, or there was too much demand for the price to fall below that level. And then you confirmed what was once a support in history is support again. So that leads you to believe that you very well could see 587 to 626 again, assuming Bitcoin doesn't, crap the bed. And I think you've also broken a supply. You've broken a supply line that, started in early December, right there. So you see what I'm saying, Theta? You don't know if these levels will hold, but if they do, what can happen is incredible.
Opti, please.
What's up, Steven? Thanks for the 20. Much love. One sec.
Unused, please. The Bittrex chart has some more data than Coinbase. Thanks so much. Hope you have a good holiday with family.
Thank you, Sacrificed. Yeah, I've already been able to do that, and I'm going to continue doing it. Hopefully, you get to spend time with your family as well.
Old school request price. Look at BTC, please, LOL.
What's up, Jake, dude? Thanks, man. LOL indeed. What we did. You should rewind to the 5th minute of the stream. Kind of like Gandalf on the 5th day, look to the east. On the 5th minute, look to the screen. And you shall have what you desire. Alright, okay, so supply line's broken. Good stuff, good start. You pull back some, as long as you make a higher low than 388, all is well. Then you do pull back any, and you pivot and make that higher low. Then all of a sudden there is the evidence of accumulation, and that's what we're looking for. Accumulation's a great sign. So maybe you backtest 420.
Is that a join?
Elon Musk might buy at that critical support resistance. Okay? Data looking very decent right here based on the argument I have presented. Hopefully you get what I'm talking about. All right, moving on. Ocean none. Here it is. It was really kind of, I mean, I get it. There was a level. There was certainly a level, all right? From history, I've had plotted here. I've had certainly decent amount of lines plotted, but this one was kind of special. I guess I didn't even really pay attention to it. August 19th, 2020, when it got listed to Binance, all right? That wick. It has been regarded as resistance summer of this year, May and June.
Spin. Price still good money making Mitch.
Yeah, so we did confirm based on inflation. Everyone agreed too that we're going up to like $15 for spins, but it is not a spin day. All right, we're just not spinning today. I spun too much yesterday, and I'm gonna recover. And I know you respect my health enough because you want me to keep coming back for a long time, right? You don't want me to retire or die, so I can keep giving these updates and whatever. You like hanging out. So thank you for the 10, or really in the end, like thank you for the $4 after the government and YouTube takes their cut, Jake. $4, thank you, dude. Not even a joke. All right, so it did test that one level, and once, maybe for an hour, and then the bullish engulfing candle emerged after, and that was it. And you will be bullishly engulfing in less than 4 minutes now. But you are just right up at another level of inflection that is not a joke. It's very, very real. This is what, the asset has acted, it has treated this level as major support before. It's also treated it as a major resistance reversal area before, a multitude of times. So it's all about, can this level be breached? I don't know. Remember, we don't even know if a level is going to hold on the bottom, but we look for certain things, all right, at those levels. And so this, you know, almost, hey, yeah, is that a rising 3 methods? Kind of whacked out, kind of insane. I don't know. It's too insane here, but yeah, maybe. High volume, overbought, up 25.5%, was up probably 40% earlier for a pullback. You could thank Bitcoin for that. But yeah, it's all about the $1 area, super psychological too. So if you break it, you could do exactly what you just did. The next level after $1.33. Look, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Pretty much, and you can see the price action, how insane it gets, even if you don't ever get up there. It's once you breach this level, there's like very few, you know, there's not much supply on the order book, right? Above $1. This is what can happen. It gets whacked out straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. Yep, straight up, straight down. Yep, that happens if you break $1. So that's all I can tell you about Ocean, you know.
I'm just not understand what on God's green earth Bitcoin is doing. Ha 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 ha.
Is that a join?
What's up, B. Washington? Thank you for the 420, man. You don't know what it's doing? It's trying to find itself, right? I mean, it's had a nice rally after it bottomed out at the shortening of the thrust. We have 2 minutes, so it is your local on the 8s. We'll go to Bitcoin now, and we'll get back to those requests after we look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right, top of the hour, we'll look at the 2 big ones, and then we'll move on. So what is it doing? Sellers were exhausted. Sellers were very weak.
Dealer order tip $24.83. Hey Mitch, can you chart Terra Luna? Looking to spot a possible zone of reversal back to the upside. Thanks. 0.159811720 LTC.
Yes. Yes, sorry. Was positively distracted by someone, but yeah. So what is Bitcoin doing? Sellers were exhausted, and you know, you've had a nice rally, and you've finally stopped making lower highs, at least locally. You breached the high from December 19th, and just think you could always come and back test that as support, and it wouldn't be weird. These are levels of inflection from earlier this year, these yellow lines. And I think, really, I mean, you know, the supply line's nice and all, but it really isn't the end all be all. Like, if you cannot hold prices above this, it's really not the end of the world. The end of the world is when Bitcoin falls below $46,000. That's when it's over, and we're going to 42K probably. But as long as wherever it decides to find itself to pivot to rally again, as long as it's a higher low, all of a sudden we got the argument for accumulation versus just straight up distribution and lower highs. Okay, that's it. You're just getting some selling in the last you know, hour of the day. I mean, you haven't done anything since yesterday. Nothing. Yeah, and unfortunately you will in 10 seconds have a confirmed 4-hour bearish engulfing candle. And just saying. How do you join the Discord? Well, this is why it's pinned. You can literally see in the chat, it says discord.gg. Oh, yeah, wow. Okay, chat. So, a new day has been born. A new daily candle has opened. Jesus chimes, of course. So we have a good start, but it is not good enough. We now need to, whatever you're going to do, you sell off, make a higher low than the previous lows, and everything will be fine. And you'll rally again, hopefully make higher highs. And then all of a sudden, the higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. You want that. You really, really do. And let's look at Ethereum. That is also okay. It's fine, right? It broke its own supply line. I like Ethereum a little bit more because I love how it's back tested 39.53 as support already successfully, and we know how powerful that is, what can happen if it does stay above that long enough. And it's in really, while Bitcoin was making lows, lower lows again, even if it was pathetic and they were almost the same low, Ethereum was making higher lows, confirming accumulation was evident, right? I mean, so I think you're in good shape. You have breakouts, but there is more work to be done. All right, now you show me all this accumulation. Well, it's about time to start making higher highs, and it's about if people are classically accumulating, well, eventually this will end, and you'll have a big impulse up, and you'll go test $4,200 or $4,400, which again is the old all-time high from May of this year, the daily candle high close and the wick high. So I think that's where you'd be headed in time if you're patient. That's it. How's the stream chat? Everyone having a good time? Everything okay? All right, so those are the updates. Let's get back to the requests. Next request is Atom. Oh, we need a new Discord link. Okay, thank you for telling me. Yeah, Adam, I looked at this one today too, and it was an M shape. In a way, it certainly was. Yes, it did a full reset from its previous low from September. Screw me for not, really identifying it. I don't think this one's on my main watch list. So, oh god, it was so effing perfect too. Dang, man, what a reaction. That's perfect. I mean, that is literally amazing, man, on Atom. All right, so what is Atom doing? Had a substantial rally off that 88% retrace near the 1.618 fib extension from BTC as well. So it's at this area. If it can break this high from April 15th, you could very well see a major markup in price, as you've seen before. Straight up, straight down, straight up. Eventually straight down, straight up, straight down. All right, but I do think, yeah, you'll have the local high that you'll have to defeat. I mean, dang, yeah, this goes back to September 29th, right there. That's going to be after 2850. You go to 33, almost. Let's just say the resistance of
32.33, repeating, of course.
Of course, right up there. Clearly, you can see the historical price action correlation to that level. Yeah, no big deal, dude. Right? Say 33. Or 32.33. It's 33.33. Okay, whatever. So that's it. Fantastic reaction at a, but just think about this, man, all right? And this might blow your mind. You might hate it, but maybe you're just creating a peak to sell off again to get a type 2 return eventually at 2081. Then it'd be insane, right? But like, yeah, it was nice. And how are the oscillators looking down here? It was kind of whacked out. I mean, it was hard to discern divergence on the 4 hour because of just all these swing lows, and then you had higher levels on lower lows from the previous low, but then this low though was it was like, it was there seller exhaustion, kind of, maybe. It was tougher to discern.
Can you please check UNFI/used? Just please don't say your own opinion. Is it trash or not? I just need TA. Thanks SC Arlet. Con CoinX. Big M shape.
Doesn't need my opinion. Thank you for the contributions. What if it is trash though? The people want to know. Okay, anyway, Atom on the new day is up 4%. Insane, dude. Like, what's going on? What's going on, man? Beautiful. Okay, next request. Yeah, well, I mean, the shark, the double, it's looking really weak now. Yeah, I don't like it really much now. You had the buying climax, you had an attempted rally even, and you dumped, and it looked like maybe one bottom, a confirmation low. Okay, that's cool. And there was divergence there too. There was really nice divergence, and it rallied. But what did it do? It just turned into an attempted rally that ushered in a lower high than the previous high, and it's selling off now while the S&P is nearing all-time highs. Really weak. And there's just, yeah, I don't really like this. I think there might be better ones. Because look, what you're doing pretty much is you're now kind of attempting to now confirm the distribution. right? One high. You forget the wick. Look at the trader settled up. Okay, you're like double topping after a buying climax. I hate that, man. I hate that combination. It's confirming that there are way less market participants that own this asset than they did before. Confirming it. You don't know the first time. Then you attempt to rally, and then you confirm. Market participants gain confirmation that it is over for now, and another sell-off could occur. So not really liking how it's topping out here. I hate that. And yeah, look at this hidden bearish divergence that's playing out too, where you made a high and a slightly lower high where traders settled up with higher levels of positive momentum, implying a continuation downward. So the TA is now beginning to be respected. I don't really like it. I think there are probably better setups out there, better assets that exist on the planet than TGGI. I know you love it, man. Maybe you work there because you request it so much, but I think they're just better assets. But we'll see. Maybe it makes a higher low when it sells off. Maybe it bottoms out and makes a higher low than 1.4 cents. Maybe. It's not really good price action. Down almost 6% when the S&P is about to be at all-time highs and is mooning. Yikes. Next one was the Captain Hindsight. Oh, it's beautiful, dude. Absolutely beautiful, man. All right. Let me show you why it's beautiful, dude. All right. Look at the levels. Always look left. What is so important about this level? Oh my God, you're back above it. I love that, man. All right. Kind of too perfect for a formal M up there, right? M shape. But if you could just think about it, like look at from your previous low to high, you hit a fib, you hit the 1272 fib extension. Very nice. And when you hit the 1272 fib extension, you broke a critical support, didn't you? But it's not about the breakdown itself, is it, chat? No. It is about the follow through price action you received after a breakdown. And the immediate follow through price action after the technical breakdown of the level of inflection was what? An abandoned baby. That's an abandoned frickin' baby right there. This is a textbook of frickin' abandoned baby, man. Confirmed. It's beautiful. Oh my God, man. This is a wild... You don't see it that often. Let me show you, dude. Like, this is beautiful. You tell me. Let's just refer to Google. Hey, Google, have I identified this pattern appropriately? I think I have, man. Here it is. Right there it is, man. Bullish abundant baby. Right, 3 candles. You have you're in a downtrend, and then you gap down, and then you gap up, and there's a vacuum in between there, and that's exactly what happened here. Okay, so anyway, that got you back above 413, 426. I love how it gapped up, and then it even back tested the bottom of the zone as support before going. Nice. So now this asset, yeah, you're gonna have to break 450. That's very real. But I'm thinking, like, if it stays above 420 long enough, its target's going to be 483, the high from May, a couple times. I think that's probably where you're headed. Almost, looks to me like a... Do you have like a supply line or something? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's like a descending, broadening wedge, kind of. Oh, nice descending, broadening wedge pattern. Right, you have impulses and then consolidation, and now you have a successful, yes, you do. This is definitely not just an abandoned baby, not just a double bottom, one low, a second low. It's also a confirmed partial decline. Partial decline, where the asset hits the top of the structure after it's been developed for a while, and then fails to hit the bottom of the structure. And that's a big failure to me. And when its potential until what? Until the asset rallies back up to the supply line and tests it. Once it tests it, It is a confirmed partial decline, and that means right here there is a 70% chance of a breakout on NXE right here. So you just cannot be surprised if the next thing this asset does, is breaks out and runs to 483 minimum. After that, I don't really know. After that, it could, my God, it could go to 617 or something. But this is really good here, okay? And not just that. You had a 1272 from the previous low to high, but let's go from this low to high. And what'd you do? You got like nearly an 88% retrace, man. So 1272 confluent with 886, deep value perceived areas and long-term uptrends. Forget about it. This looks incredible in XE, all right? So good, man. So good. 7% chance plus of a breakout here. I think it's a very real possibility. This is as high as percentage possibility probably gets in traditional TA on this one, okay? Just letting you know. Oh, there was even... Oh, but wait, there's more. Oh, look at all this freaking divergence too, you know? All it just diverged and did it on the MACD as well. It's just insane. NXE is crazy good. Nice request, man. Captain Hindsight, insanely good request. All right. Energy. Moving on. Just see what happens, Larry. We already looked at Atom, right? Yeah, we already looked at Atom. So it's a double request. So the next one, as crypto slides on the new day, as it normally does. Yes, SKL. I mean, you could clearly understand where this asset is. Yes, critical areas, man. Now it's the top of the zone, you know. Definitely, it looks like a lot of others where it had the crazy sell-off and then it started to try to round out. A lot look like that. It hasn't made a higher high yet. You know, it's got to do that. It's maybe trying to double bottom, but you got to breach the neckline, which I think you're safe above 22 cents. That's the double bottom, potential double bottom. It is not a confirmed double bottom until it breaks this resistance right here, this wick high. All right, and I don't want to confuse people, so let's, you know, it's the pattern. There's the neckline or confirmation line. You know, call it confirmation line, neckline. They're the same, but then it's just like you have the first low and then the second low at the major level. So it's okay, but think about what could happen. Bitcoin is selling off $48,300, going down to 48,174 by the looks of it. Think about this thing doing this, right? Then all of a sudden a higher low gets put in versus just a second low that's the same low. All of a sudden accumulation becomes apparent and then the breakout. So had a nice little rally, but I think you need a lot more evidence. Okay, you know, you need some more data. We need one more thing, one or two more things, and feel real good about SKL at these levels, all right? Where it has, yes, lost 100% of its value from its previous low from July. Yikes, no accumulation. Not, I mean, traders set it up higher, though, which is true. It's like a 90% retrace, 93% retrace probably. So these are areas where it could be actionable for a long. Why? Because based on historical price action above 19 to 20 cents, what happens? We'll just go back and look at it. Straight up, straight down, straight up. Straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. Straight down. M shape. Straight up. Gets above it, chop, and then all it gets really choppy. Yeah, I know. But normally, right, you get down to these levels and you hold these levels long enough, you can eventually run up to 34 cents again. So you're just at potential low risk areas. Okay? That's it. But you can see in the past, it's gone down to the bottom end, and it could go do that again. You can go down to 16.5 cents and test that low again. So I would wait. You got to make higher highs and you got to make higher lows. You haven't done really either yet on this one locally. Okay, next request. for Steven. Okay, I have no memory of this blaze.
Arts on NASDAQ. Weekly crab harmonic. Thanks.
What's up, Fuave? Thanks, man. Fuave, thanks for 20. I think I said it right. I might have said it completely wrong. Here's the new Discord link. Chat. There it is. Okay. Spammed. Get wrecked. So OTC, 7 million volume. I like the divergence. Look at the daily here. I like the 200-day moving average being held. That's nice. Oh, the daily bullish divergence too. It's almost like a dragon. It looks like a less impressive Russell 2000 that broke out today of its own supply line. Dang, man. Depending on which way you look at it, the initial trend line, it looks like it broke out. Ooh. Look at this bullish engulfing candle, tweezer bottom, and then it also at the same time broke that supply line and is now truly back testing it as support. And this is coming all after the seller exhaustion was implied, right? I mean, or it was very apparent, and then that's what it implies. So I mean, like, if this is a true supply line breakout, I mean, you could target traditionally. Looking left, there's not that much resistance, Normally it's like crazy up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Could do that again, but I think so. With it being so kind of weird over here, looking left, I would say that, like, if you just go with the structure and you Fibonacci from the high to the low, if it has truly bottomed out, and very good, I mean, 618 target. 2.2 cents, and then maybe a second target could be 2.5 cents. These two up here could be your targets if this breakout's real, if it's gonna perform with the index funds. Hold on. I hate the visibility change thing they did. It's so annoying. So just say that these would be your two targets if this was a true breakout, all right? But I do love the engulfing. I love the 200-day moving average holding. I love this local 4-hour double bottom, and I love the daily and 4-hour bullish divergence at the same time. Okay, and also you have this low from July, from the low to the high. It all makes sense too, right? You're back at these deep value perceived areas. You made an 85% retrace, so that's good. That's what you want to see in a long-term uptrend. All right, so it's not bad, not a bad chart at all right here. Anyway.
How is Hex doing, please? Just a slight pullback or reversal in play?
I don't know, Jason. We'll look. All right, and there goes Bitcoin. $48,200 has just back tested 48,174 for the first time since it broke it yesterday. You could go to 47,559 and it still would be okay. You're just looking for a higher low now on Bitcoin and all of cryptos. Let's take a look at total again as it's continuing to sell off. Could not hold above that December 16th peak. Could not breach the high that goes back to April and could be on its way to 2.21 trillion to go test the bottom. And that's it. Yeah, imagine spamming my chat. That's only going to get you banned, right? So do it one more time, dude. Do it one more time, see what happens. Okay, he didn't do it one more time, so he didn't, he's listening. All right, next request. All right, this could be like a time to return almost, man. Holy crap, I don't know. So I have some data on this chart. All it does is make harmonics, and it's like just range bound, dude, between 50 cents and 130. over and over and over again, and that's the steel wall. If it can't hold that, it's screwed, man. If it doesn't hold 50 cents, it's going down to freaking 24 cents. So just another M shape maybe has developed here or something kind of crazy. You know, just M shape after M shape. Very nice. But you know, again, just trying to keep it clean here. There's no edge on the daily. None at all. No. So, not really catching many bids down here either, is it? So, yeah, I don't really... I get where it's at, but I don't think there's any strong enough argument to be long it yet. But yeah, historically, if it holds this level, it does run out to 115 to 136. Oops, my bad, dude. Sorry. OGN. Right, here's your major level. And here it is. It hadn't even touched it yet, technically. All right? Very close, but hasn't touched it yet, and very well could if Bitcoin's going to keep selling off, you know, so... If it holds, there could be a lot of upside. If it doesn't, there could be a lot of downside. But you're at these levels where once there's an edge that's really strong, maybe on the daily or 4 hour, it could be actionable for a long, where it's easy to strategize the stop loss and entry and take profits above you. All right, so I think you're at these levels. They're critical areas that you haven't even actually touched them yet, even though you got really close. Yeah, I mean, look at that, man. Gorgeous, dude. Beautiful. It's the Gartley that played out literally. So now, yeah, to me, see, there was divergence, bullish divergence that started playing out, but has not turned into anything. So I wouldn't touch this yet. I wouldn't touch OGN until maybe it sees 50 or 55 cents for real. Got very close. Again, these are real levels. This is not a joke. Okay, so look, I mean, right there, March of 2020. Go touch it. And give me some sort of consolidation structure that's really nice, because it's just selling off right now, you know. But you're getting there. It's getting close. Better assets, but yeah, it's close. You're talking about Luna, right? I mean, why do we have to look at Terra Luna? Can we just look at Luna? Yeah, Luna, right? Just regular Luna. Terra Luna is regular Luna, right? I mean, that's it, right? So, assuming Terra Luna equals Luna, which is the same effing ticker, I would say that no action to take here. If anything, you would caught a nice reaction, maybe reversal. Spring back test of spring was brilliant M shape, and it manifested into an all-time high, and you almost tested $100. You got the 98.28. Pulling back would be the most normal thing ever if Luna came to 78.30 to test what was once December 4th's all-time high as support before going higher. Yeah. For now, you can't do anything. There's no action to take on this. It's not in any kind of strategic entry area. There's no like confirmation high, so there's no shorting opportunity. I don't even short this anyway. Dude, psycho, dude. So freaking bullish. Look out. But yeah, I think it has more downside and could see, yes, 78.30, no problem, man, and could go lower, you know. So no action to take. Nice run. Just hit all-time highs. Beautiful. Love it, man. There, Terra and Luna in the same, as the same, whatever. Bitcoin is breaking down, but I have to keep looking at S coins. Never been here before. Well, yes, I have actually. Are you kidding me? I have been here. We have our supports and our resistances. Okay, but dang, man, I'll tell you, what a crap performer. Shoot, look at this. I mean, it had its run, it pumped, and you know, like all these altcoins, everything in the world in crypto did this in March, and then they all did this too in May through July, and then lots of them rallied, broke resistance, and then went to all-time highs or went to deep retraces before dumping again. This one didn't. This one was very weak compared to a lot of the other market participants, or you know, assets in this market. This was so pathetic, technically, yeah, that it could only retraced 23.6% of the way before it reversed again, and it has been stuck. That is very weak. So based on that, I just don't think there's, like, who cares, right? I mean, just go get something that's way better performer than this, you know? But hey, is this Wyckoff accumulation down here? It's definitely stuck. Stuck between $5 and $14, and it's kind of in the dead middle. So if it's in the dead middle of a major range, really tough to strategize an entry, right? Really, really tough to strategize an entry here. So yeah, all it's done is just meandered on up, tested that 200 moving average not once but now twice as a resistance, and there could be another dump again. I mean, it could draw down. I would look, if we're just talking about swing trading, the closer you are to $5.60, $5, a little better. The easier it's going to be to strategize an entry, a stop loss, and then take profits above you when it does get to those levels. But if you're in the dead middle, it's like impossible. So I don't think you can really, unless you just want to degen gamble. You flip your coin, goes up to $14 next. You flip your coin, it goes to $5.62 next. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for an edge. You're looking greater than coin flip's chance. All right. So to me, very weak, and also not really at a great strategic entry area. Okay, that's it. Yikes, why? ERG to BTC on CoinX. God. Okay, so really, I don't know if we're gonna be banking on ERG to really be outperforming Bitcoin. It's at all-time lows, man. Do you care if it's an M shape of its all-time lows? I mean, that's really bad. Until it gets above what is it, 1.3 million satoshis. Until it gets above that, I wouldn't want to touch this ever in my whole life. Okay, that's your zone. That's the big one. That's the spring area, and you're well below that. So you even went up and with a scam wick regarded it as resistance on December 13th before just now making your lowest level ever. So yeah, M shape, sure, 100% retrace pretty much though, deeper than an 886. Sure, there's some divergence. Maybe it catches a reaction here. Maybe it does, man. But at the same time, something that's at all-time lows could also, could also do this. Okay, say it at 100%. It's not really a formal harmonic. Should be a Bartley 886, 786. Nope, it's 100%. So it could always turn into this, a 1618. You understand that, right? A busted Bartley-Gartley turns into, on this one, a crab pattern. Bearish crab, and that could take you all the way down to 478,000 sats. Yikes.
Near looks like it's breaking out hard. Thoughts? Great show as always.
What's up, Chad? Thanks, man. Sure. Whew, trying to catch up, man. A lot of requests today. All right. Yeah, I'm on CoinX. What do you want? I'm literally on CoinX looking at that asset. And now I'm done. Because it's pretty bad. Another really... Speaking of awful... Holy crap. Just remember, the NASDAQ is like doing really well. It just broke out. Really bullish. All-time highs is not far away. And you have this one that's on the NASDAQ that's down almost 10%. And it's like... What was once a support, December 2018, of 2018, is now a resistance, and you're dumping. You're confirming what was once a support is now a resistance, man. Very bad. I just, until it gets above 162, I want nothing to do with it. I would never touch this. Like, why? There's just no point. Because the downside, it could go to a zero, right? I mean, and to boot, the long-term trend is bearish. Right? All you do is lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So you're not looking for bullish patterns in long-term bearish trends. You're looking for bearish patterns in long-term bear trends where assets have nice rallies and then from their previous highs to lows retrace 61% of the way and then they dump, right? Look, I mean, so bad. It was like a 38% retrace here. Very bad. So it's awful, man. I wouldn't touch it till it gets above 162, but then I'd probably never touch it too. I would just be looking for assets that are long-term uptrends and be looking for bullish patterns and bullish trends. As Bitcoin and crypto continue to sell off, there you go, man. Going to Hex. Hex up 0.55% today. Didn't do much yesterday. I mean, it did hold the old candle high close for November 12th as support, it seems. So, you know, it could run up to 34 cents next because it did that, and that's not a big deal. You think that's probably where it was headed anyway. But at the same time, it could fall below this level and sell off, and then you're just looking for a higher low, because I think that's what will happen. It'll sell off, make a higher low, and then all of a sudden you have confirmation of accumulation where you made a low, then a higher low. That's more market participants owning the asset than they did before. I don't think there's anything actionable about it right now. It's already broken out and back tested the channel or wedge it was in, and it's run pretty well since then. And just looking for a higher low, maybe. Yeah, it's good though. It's very good. Okay, it doesn't follow Bitcoin, right? I mean, Bitcoin's already down almost 500%. We'll be down 500. I'm sorry, $500, not 500%. It's down 1% roughly. And it's breaking 48,174, so it does seem there's possible 47,559s next. And maybe is where it's going to be tested, and these things are going to keep selling off. All right. Yeah, you had a good couple days, but now you got to pull back. And now we have to, market participants got to soul search, and we got to find out, can Bitcoin, can it make a higher low than the previous low before it? This is the most important thing. The supply line, I get it. Yeah, it was holding. That's great and all. But we said it's not the end-all be-all. What the end-all be-all is wherever Bitcoin decides to stop selling, where the bids come in, it has to be higher than $46,000. And then some really good things are happening. Momentum would start shifting versus you confirmed, you know, you did make your traders settled up their lowest low, this whole sell-off on the 20th before the rally. So it's a great start, but we got to have some more confirmation. We need some more evidence that the trend's reversing, and a higher low than a previous low is how we'll get it. Okay, that's step one for trend reversals. You got to make a higher low. You could do that, whether it's here at 48,174 or it's 47,559, or if it's even 46,576. These would all be higher lows, and it'd be fine. It'd be great. All right. That's Bitcoin. Just so if you're scared, don't be that scared, man. You could draw it down a lot more and still be fine. All right, let's look at one more S coin. Yeah, Near is mooning. It is certainly not doing, and we loved it yesterday. Remember? Loved it yesterday. Why? Shortening of the thrust and bullish divergence on the second low. Bullish divergence converted. It's very close. Class B, yeah. And now it's bullishly engulfing right now in the 4 hour. And it's, where is it? At a very, very real level of inflection. The high from September 9th. If you break that, it could be a nice markup. I would say at least 13.20. At least that. Yeah, and that's above that's all-time highs, man. Yeah, so remember, you were here yesterday. It looked good, and now look at it. Even better, man. Beautiful. Education. Seller exhaustion into seller weakness. Divergence, and then more divergence on another oscillator. That's why it's good having two. And look at it's manifested into. It's nice. All right, we're good, man. I think that was it. So, you know, we've been live hour and 34 minutes. Near looks good. Bitcoin looking gross right now. It looks like it could be headed to 47.5. Still wouldn't be that big a deal. Failed breakout, right? Failed breakout confirmed now of the supply line. But now we must find a higher low. You knew this was going to be a thing at some point. So we got to just make a higher low. Everything will be good then. Then we'll have accumulation argument. We never had accumulation argument. All we had was the sellers looked pathetically weak and a bullish engulfing candle with the divergence, and it rallied nice. But now we need the argument that there are now more market participants that own the asset than they did before. That's all you need. Higher low, one of these three levels here. Okay, chat? That's it. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page before I get out of here. Gonna get some foods. Awesome. So I'll just be back. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Until next time, respect the TA.